heartbreaking loss yesterday. She lost in a marathon game against Anish Giri with the white pieces. Anish playing a fantastic rook and pawn ending. And for anyone who's not checked that out, go there, check it out. And it's one to keep in your mind at all times. Very, very instructive.
Instructive, as is this type of setup, because it looks like Fischer random chess, 960. What's a rook doing on a7, a queen on a8? Like, what is happening here? We can rewind in a second. I just want to mention that, speaking of Fischer random chess, I just saw Magnus Carlsen's post on Instagram where he's preparing for that freestyle GOAT chess event that's going to take place in February in Germany. So that should be fun. But this is actually from a standard chess position. Ivanka, the Catalan, Jan Nepomniachtchi, has faced that a lot in World Championship play.
Absolutely. And you kind of called it there, Robert. The queen on a8. Oops, I just dropped my pen. And the queen on a8, the rook on a7. I'm so analog. I always have a notebook where I just jot down things. And I mean, it doesn't make a pleasant sight. It looks ugly. But on the other hand, it's actually a known strategy. It's a known kind of piece configuration. And it's all about the queen and the bishop forming this amazing battery on the long diagonal. And it's not easy for white to do something about this bishop on e4. I mean, if you go knight to e1, black is arguing, well, the trade of bishops will help soften up the white king. And also this pawn on b4 that black has, I mean, it's just completely tying down this knight on b1. And again, I just want to draw attention to that particular pattern, because I've noticed a lot of the top players these days, they love to dominate the circuit of a knight with a pawn. And it was only something that I really started to notice when I did commentary.
Yes, no, this knight is in poor shape, and while we mentioned Magnus Carlsen, he's not here with us for the Tata Steel Chess Tournament, but on Twitter, there go my headphones. So your pen, my headphones just fell off. But he has words for the competitors. So let's take a look at that video and want to play with any fire. Not that there is any here. The players, by the way, have played an extremely accurate game. So much so that even when Jan plundered a pawn by giving it away with check, their accuracies are still through the roof. And in these kind of very equal games where one side has a slight advantage but the other side is defending very precisely, you see accuracies even into like the 99%. So I would be surprised after this game concludes if we see that, yes, Jan had that slip, allowing the check and giving away a pawn, but even that wasn't a blunder because the position remained balanced.
Yes, and we are reaching the most picturesque way how to draw. Ju will just advance the king all the way to c3, and we'll have a kind of situation where both rooks can give themselves up for the other pawn, and it will be eventually king against king.
Will we get rook f1 here just to get the pawns off the board, rook versus rook? How will the draw be made? That's the question. And I feel like for the players here, it's like there's nothing really to think about because they're so strong. They know that this game has been a draw for the last however many moves. And here we see the rook slide
f1.
Yeah,
here we see it. Rook f1, not even needing to sacrifice any rook. And now after rook takes pawn, rook and king against rook and king, a complete draw. And I think we finally see a draw offer. Smile from Jan.
Who's gonna offer? Are they both waiting for the other person to offer the draw? What's happening here?
Yeah, it's both players laughing.
Now you see her trying to suppress the smile, and there is some laughter. But I think that in terms of the result, there are no real smiles for Jan Nepomniachtchi. Wenjun held very well. She was never facing a significant